a package arrived. And I know what's in the package. I just have no idea if it's good or not. That's confusing. Let me just open the package and hang on. Okay. Well, this is not good. It's definitely not bad. I think I like it. Yeah. Yeah, this will work. This will work. I talked about merchandising on this channel before, and as mentioned many times, I am my best customer, but these mouse pads are now available on the Orangepixel merch store. If you want one, Regulated City or Heroes of Loot, they are available. I'll link it in the description below. Got a bunch of other things created as well. Ordered some samples and they should be coming in like next week. But this one is here, and I kind of like how it ended up. Pretty cool. Alright, so pretty cool mouse pads. They just got in on the Wednesday. Normally I record these videos on Friday, and that's what I'm going to do with the rest of the video. So no idea what it's going to be about. I'm currently working on Regulated City, and I'm struggling again. That might be because I haven't been working on the game for 3 or 4 weeks now, and then getting back into it. It's just sometimes it's hard, and it's making progress still. So let's see what happens on by the time I record the rest of the video on Friday. I'm gonna dive back into the game code now. So see you on Friday, which is in 3, 2, 1. And Friday it is. And I feel a lot better at Regulated City now than I did on just now on Wednesday for you. Been working on a bunch of things. The original, why I wasn't feeling happy about it was that, let me show you on the screen. This is the source code. Let me click that way. Getting back to the screen and the whack in a minute, and open up a browser. Regulated City was or currently is in Game Round, which is a website where developers submit their demo or early beta test thing, I guess, and then players get to play that and review it, and they get to I don't know, they get some sort of point system and they can win stuff. Not sure how it actually works because it's a free service for game developers, so I'm not sure how it works, but I'm sure there's some advertising somewhere and somebody is paying for the prizes. Anyway, there are reviews, and first of all, I kinda expected more interesting reviews. Like it's all very simple. Like this total playtime is 9 seconds. Alright, the game just opened for that person. Looks like a third-person shooter, which it's not. The quality of the reviews are less than I expected from this. I was just expecting like more of gamers, more investing more time and energy into playing those games and then reviewing them. But I think, as with everything, things are just oversaturated. People signed up to this service. They get to play new and upcoming games like a couple a week. So obviously they will just try it, play it, drop their review, hope to actually earn something. They're not invested into the game because they're not paying for the game. And that's pretty much quality of review. Still, there are some good things in those reviews. I'm gonna skip or browse through them a little bit later. It's still running for a couple of weeks. So there is bound to be some stuff there that I can really take with me. But it really ranges from everywhere. One person didn't think there were any settings in the game, even though the main screen has the option of settings. Other people found the settings and they just didn't find enough settings. They wanted more, like the graphics can go full screen or windowed mode, and they wanted more settings, but this is not a 3D game, so I mean, there's no AA for the graphics in pixel art. There is no field of view settings. There's not a lot of stuff I need to add to have graphical settings for a game like this. So yeah, quality ranges from everywhere. The only thing that was a recurring thing that a lot of reviewers mentioned, and which was weird at first, the volume of the game was too loud. Which, yeah, it's weird because first of all I haven't set the volume to the max levels by default. The sound effects are a little bit louder than the music, and then the voice samples are a little bit louder than that, but they never cross the max threshold of audio samples, which is, developer understand what I mean. There's just 100% and I'm not crossing that. I could cross it and then you get a distorted sound a little bit. The more you cross that 100%, the more distorted the sound it gets, but I'm never crossing that. So in my mind it's just like turn the knob on your speakers or something and that would fix it. But if so many people mention it, I'll just lower the default values just to make sure that once the game actually releases, weird reviews like this won't happen, or a lot less. That's kind of the good thing about GameRound, I think. The reviews, even though some of them are like questionable, they are good to have. Because these reviews right now will not harm my release version. They are just playing a beta version. The game isn't live on Steam anywhere, so these reviews are pretty much like a practice release, I guess. So I can now weed out the weird stuff that's really a problem, or the big stuff that's really a problem, or the interesting things, and make sure these things are fixed by the time the game releases. Of course, I have to find some sort of medium, like people not finding the settings menu even if it's on the main screen. I can really get bugged out by stuff like that, because I'm like, how much clearer should I make this? And then of course there are other people who are writing full reviews and we love this game and it's great because they can win a extra point. I can pick such reviews and they're probably making such long lengthy reviews in the hope that I pick those, but those are also on the other outer edge of reviewing. I'm looking for like the medium. What is everybody talking about? What is everybody's pain point in the game? Right now I'm not really getting any specific pain points, except the audio is too loud at the start of the game. Some people played the full demo, it's like 30 minutes. Those people that played it have about 30 minutes playtime, which is a bit shorter than I thought, but that's okay. It's like only a few missions. So some people completely played it, other people are stuck on the title screen or have no idea how to move around in headquarters, even though that's literally the tutorial level you start in. Somewhere in between I have to find the problem with the game, if there is a problem with the game, and that's pretty much what I was stuck with on Wednesday when I recorded the first bit. But now a few days later I've been improving the game and I'm kind of happy with how it plays, and of course not everybody's gonna like it. I know that that's how it always goes with games, but I'm kind of liking the direction it's going and where it's currently at. Been changing a couple of key things. And let's just quickly show some of these things on screen, because else it's going to be a talking video and you're probably bored of me now. So here's some gameplay video and I'll do some little explanation about it, I guess. Alright, title screen, I have made a little change here. It says use keyboard, mouse, control also available once detected, so that if you move it, it changes. And I think this is also something that confuses people. If you just touch a key again, it switches to the keyboard or the gamepad. I like having this in all my games, but I know it can confuse somebody who's just not sure what's happening, I guess. And sorry if my stuff is making sounds here and there. I'll try to limit that. All right, I'm skipping the tutorial with Meteorite Crash. Showed it many times on this channel. Once you have done that, this is going to be how your game starts. And right now the first thing, and this is new, it's not in the current demo, it's coming maybe by the time this video goes live, but I'm not sure. You have to recruit your team, so you have to actually enter headquarters and recruit your team. You'll also notice one of the new things I've been adding: people got lost. So I've added a system that can now kind of show you where to go, and that's these orange blobs thingies. And playing the game myself, even if I don't get lost in the game, this really helps. So it's a good addition. This is new for you guys. For me, it's been like in the game for 4 weeks now. Assemble your team. This screen is new. I've been working on that since Wednesday. You can just continue here by default, and then you'll have your team. I think this still needs a little bit of explanation to certain or to new players. but you can also tweak your squad a little bit, and it actually is a lot of fun doing this. So I'm still working out if I can do some sort of a random team generator in there, or maybe on your first go you'll have a random team generator. Not sure yet what to do with that, but you can really give them a different type of personality. I'm just randomizing this right now, and continue, and you have your team, and the next route is already shown to your mission computer. Enter the mission computer and start playing the first mission. Remember this screen logo, it's coming up when the car kind of slides into the street. Here we go. Very short screen. I've been adding little things like that. Hang on, just to increase the comic book style vibes I had going. Another thing I've been doing, because based on those reviews and earlier people playing the game, it was very difficult to figure out who the enemy is every time. So I made that purple circle underneath bigger. I don't know. I'm still struggling with making it perfectly clear to players what the enemy is and what isn't an enemy and things like that. For me, it's very clear, so it's very hard to figure out what the actual issue is. Yeah, sure, there's just a lot of stuff happening and you got your own team members walking around with you, but it should always, I mean, it's pretty clear who or what the villains are on the screen to me. So I'm struggling with that a little bit, but I'll get it improved every time with every update, and eventually I'm sure we'll figure out what the problem is. Let me quickly collect some money here and there, because I also changed the level up system. Place this one over there. I think we have, all right, move to the door. You can now see that the characters have different AI settings. They are doing different things depending on all those things like aggression and initiative and stuff like that. And I think I'm gonna add some sort of randomization to it so that you automatically have, because honestly I don't really like setting up a team to just do a quick gameplay. I really just want a team and go, and I'm gonna add some sort of randomization to it. Alright, new level up. This is now based on credits. Previous level up or upgrade system only allowed you to grab one upgrade. Now you have 3 credits. Right now 3, we'll get to that. Somehow you will be able to obtain multiple credits for certain things you do, or maybe completed missions or challenges, whatever. And you can now actually buy multiple, and you can get, well, in this case I don't have a lot of options. I can either buy the metal plate, the silencer, or the Uzi. I'm going with the Uzi. I'm also adding more details about the weapon. That was one of the things that got back from game route feedback. It wasn't clear what each item would do. Even though there was a description, yeah, it wasn't really clear. And I don't think it has to be that clear, because in games like this you learn as you play more games. But in a demo that only lasts 30 minutes, I can understand that you want to have that information because you're not diving into the demo again and again. So I'm trying to give more information on what all these things do. I might actually add keywords like a metal plate, or it's already there, it's armor. So things like that. This is ammo, or this is as a weapon. So fire rate, reach is 4 meters, which is a weird calculation. I hope it actually works out. I have to check that with all the weapons. And the silencer is minus 10% lowered noise when you shoot a ranged weapon. I think it's clear, but I can understand if you're not natively English or not very well at English, then this might be an issue. But I don't have a lot of space on the screen, and I don't want to create tutorials or animations for every item in the game. So, alright, Uzi, all my credits are up, or are over now, so I'll have to level up again to gain more credits. And to do that, I just have to kill some enemies. I said kill some enemies. And even in this chaos I can clearly identify the enemy. So I'm not sure if it's, I'm not sure what the issue is if people still can't identify it. Of course it does help now that there's a bigger purple circle underneath every enemy. There's an energy bar above every enemy. So, I mean, if it's still not clear, then I'm not sure what the problem is, and it might just be something completely different than what people say it is. That happens a lot. Gamers will tell you a certain thing that in their mind is the issue, but it isn't really the issue, and the issue is something different or something simpler. It's very hard to explain that unless you're a game developer and you actually witness this, gamers telling you something and then it being something completely different from what you expected. Alright, we have to find the exit now, which... Oh, no, the door opened. So if you now press a button, we also generate these paths. People were pressing buttons, had no idea what was happening, because sometimes the doors are stuff happening and you just don't see the door open up. So now you see this marker and you'll notice this door is open. And of course, if we place that last thing, well, this is not going to do much, but it will actually show you the path to the extraction location, which in this case is nearby. But these paths will hopefully help people figure out where to go next. That has been one of the things that got back from the playtest sessions. People getting lost, not knowing where to go, what to do. So I'm trying to explain as much as possible on those things. I have some thoughts on that as well. My game is an indie game, and with indie games you have a little bit, well, there's just less polish on things like that, because I think in a big AAA game there is a whole team working on tutorial stuff and easing the player into the game and onboarding the player. That's a whole team, separate team from the developers. If you're an indie game developer, you don't have that team available. You have to do everything yourself. So indie games are a little bit more rough around the edges, except I think, and I'm not trying to brag here, but I think my games are just a little bit above that roughness level, because I've been doing it for so long that I have a lot of polish going on, and because of that a player will also expect the extra polish being there. And that can be a problem, because I don't have that extra team to also invest a lot of time in tutorial stuff and adding more instruction and information and all those things. I am still one guy creating this game and trying to cram as much into it. And perhaps I should have stayed away from all these screens and extra screens and just give you an item here and there and drop an item in the game, and that would make the game feel more indie and rough, and then it would be okay if there's no tutorial, we'll just figure it out ourselves. That's my idea of what's happening, and not sure if that's a good thing or bad thing, but yeah, I think that's my problem. So I should maybe keep my games more basic so that I don't have to spend so much time on them and can just focus on actually the gameplay and not all the extras that I'm pushing into those games right now. And I'm trying that with Heroes of Loot, my other project. That's a lot more rough around the edges. It's not going to be as polished as this one, and I think that will also make the game feel more indie, and it will be forgiven if it doesn't have all the tutorials and all the information and instructions, and players will be okay just investing time into figuring things out on their own. I think also it does help if the game is a lot of fun and playable, because then you're more eager to invest your time into it and figure out what is going on without having a tutorial. So there's yeah, a lot of game design stuff there that makes it hard to design games and release games and blow up stuff. Well, that's always fun. That's always easy to do in a game, blow up stuff. Right, I think I've covered most of the new stuff I've been adding. I'm just playing the game at this point, and that's actually a good thing. I'm actually enjoying the game now again, and that's an up and down roller coaster of emotion and things. I've played it many times on the channel. One day I'm not feeling the game, the other day I'm actually ending my work day, and then I want to get back just playing the game, and I don't have time. I have to wait for the next day, but that's a good sign and a good thing to have, and that's where I'm currently at. I want to just play the game and want to add more stuff like items. There's going to be a lot more items now that I know what I want from these items. The only thing I don't know is I think I want the weapon upgrades or the weapons to be different from the item upgrade. So not happening there. Maybe we'll just add a weapon merchant in every level, or maybe there will just be a weapon selection before a mission door, so that you go into the building and you have to pick up or decide which... I'm missing something, by the way. I'm missing a hostage. Almost left without a hostage. There's the hostage. Yeah, so although I'm not sure if it's going to be fun if you have to pick your weapons every mission. I don't like screens like that, and it also stops the action. So I'll have to figure out what the best way is. Night vision, yeah, I could use night vision. Flash grenades, that's a lot of upgrades in one go. Now if we can just get the hostage to the door, we can actually end this mission and go home. Come on, get to the exit. And there we go. So on this screen, somehow it didn't really have a function up to this point, but we might now actually give you extra credits to spend on the upgrade screen, depending on certain statistics met or something like that. Not sure yet, but it would give this screen an actual result or an actual function. Like if you found all the secrets, you get an extra credit. Or if you did an X amount of takedowns or headshots, you get an extra credit. Things like that. It would give this mission result screen more value. So yeah, that's it. Else I'll keep playing. I'm sorry, I'm really invested into the game again. And that's it for this week's video, I think. This was my first normal week of work after closing down my wife's store. Watch video 2 weeks ago. Also, completely forgot this. I just showed you the mouse pads earlier in the video. Merchandising is now on a discount starting today. I think 20% off. Fairly sure that's it. Just check the website, check the merchandise. If you want like a hoodie, a cap, or a mouse pad or whatever, or posters or stickers, like this sticker right here. It supports me with everything I do with the channel, with the games, and it's just fun to have those things. I think I have a lot of those things. I even have my Residual t-shirt or my Residual hoodie right now. I'm expecting more stuff to come this week. New hoodie, new stuff, and caps, and yeah, I'm my own best customer, but you can also now purchase it with a little discount. I'll post those kind of discounts on the Orangepixel website, just alongside the game sales I'm doing. Should also be a sale happening pretty soon for Android and iOS games. A lot of stuff planned and scheduled, and I completely don't have to think about the dates anymore. And that's it for this week's video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below, hop on the Discord, come say hi. We talk about everything about pop culture stuff, and even we've been talking about the 90s, Saved by the Bell this week. Not even sure how we got to that point, but we somehow got to Saved by the Bell and the dinosaurs animation, and yeah, lots of fun. Thanks for watching. Bye.